The Okimaw Peyesew Kamik King Thunderbird Center was scheduled to open in October of next year. Renovations were to begin in early December. Boyle Street Community Services say the $28 million project, paid for by donations, is badly needed. Their current location lacks proper accessibility and is run down. Jordan Reiniger is the executive director.
The current facility that we're in right now is not fit for purpose. It's inaccessible to the people that we serve. A lot of the folks that we serve have mobility issues, and it's not an accessible building. And it's quite literally crumbling on us, and so it's not a sustainable place for us to be.
Now, the city's subdivision and appeal board has revoked their permits. Documents show that 15 appellants filed complaints about the new building, located 2 blocks north of their current location. Concerns about improper zoning, incompatibility with the business district, and potential property damage were listed.
I think there are some people who have some concerns, and we would say even legitimate concerns around what's the impact going to be of a facility like Boyle Street, the King Thunderbird Center, and the community. We've been really clear that we want to really work with the community on addressing those concerns, and we have sort of worked with them to address a lot of those.
Reiniger says that recent racist phone calls show that racism is playing a part in trying to keep the new building from going forward.
We've had some pretty disgusting, frankly, phone calls coming into our center. Some of them so bad that we've actually referred them to the police, talking about the people that we serve in a very derogatory manner, very racist manner, and so. That undertone is part of the conversation, and it's not, of course, everybody who's opposing it, but certainly that's a big part of the undertone of some of the conversations we've been having.
He says Boyle Street are looking at their options going forward and hoping this can be rectified and not cause too long of a delay.
It was a very troubling decision, as I said, partly because it listed a lot of the services that we provide here as recreation, which is frankly absurd and I think offensive in some cases, where they start talking about Indigenous ceremony and cultural practices in particular as recreation, which we think is offensive and inappropriate. And so because of how troubling that decision was, it actually, the benefit of it is that it opens up a lot of pathways for us in terms of recourse.
In an email, the City of Edmonton wrote that the Subdivision and Appeal Board is an independent, quasi-judicial board and referred us to their online decision revoking Boyle Street's permits. Chris Stewart, APTN National News, Edmonton.